What's the most humiliating thing a parent has done? My dad insisted on giving his manhood speech at my wedding reception. For context, every male in our family gets publicly roasted by their father at their wedding. It was supposedly an honor, a rite of passage that showed you could take criticism like a man. But I'd watched what it actually did to people. My older brother got destroyed at his wedding 3 years ago. Dad spent 10 minutes talking about how he wet the bed until he was 12, how he got rejected from every sports team, how he chose accounting because he was too scared for a real career. Everyone laughed while my brother just stood there, his new wife looking mortified. When I got engaged, my brother warned me. Dad's already writing your speech. He keeps asking me for embarrassing stories about you. I told my fiancée about the tradition, and she was horrified. That's not normal, she said. That's just cruel. But when I mentioned maybe asking Dad to skip it, my whole family freaked out. It's tradition, my mom said. Every man in this family has endured it. My uncle called me personally. Don't be the one to break a 60-year tradition. It builds character. Even my brother, despite his own humiliation, pressured me. Look, it sucked, but it's what we do. Don't make Dad look bad by refusing. The morning of my wedding, Dad cornered me. I've got some real gems for tonight, he said, grinning. Remember when you tried to kiss that girl in 8th grade and she literally ran away? That memory still haunted me. And the time you cried during that horror movie? At 17, he was practically gleeful. I felt sick. Those weren't funny anecdotes. They were my deepest insecurities. During the ceremony, I kept thinking about that microphone waiting for him. At the reception, I watched Dad working the room, collecting more ammunition. He talked to my high school friends, my college buddies, even asked my wife's family if they had any funny stories about me. My best man pulled me aside. Dude, your dad is digging up some serious dirt. He asked me about that time you got food poisoning and couldn't leave your dorm room for 3 days. My new wife noticed my panic. What's wrong? I told her what Dad was collecting, and her face hardened. You don't have to do this. But it's tradition, I said weakly. Whose tradition? She asked. What tradition do you want to start for our kids? That hit me like a truck. Did I want my future son to stand there while I tore him down? When Dad grabbed the mic during dinner, my heart was racing. The room quieted down, expecting entertainment. My son here has always been soft, he started, and I saw my wife's parents exchange uncomfortable glances. Never played sports, cried too much as a kid, couldn't even handle horror movies as a teenager. My wife's hand found mine under the table, squeezing tight. He wanted to be a dancer for a while, Dad continued, and some relatives chuckled. Can you imagine? And in 8th grade, he tried to kiss Jenny and she literally ran screaming. I watched my new wife's face change from confusion to horror to anger. Then in college, he got food poisoning from bad sushi and called his mommy crying because he thought he was about to pass away. More laughter. My wife's family looked appalled. That's when I stood up and walked over to him. Thanks, Dad, but I think I'll take it from here. I gently but firmly took the microphone from his hands. Real men don't tear down their sons in front of everyone, I said. Dad's face turned bright red. Sit down. You're embarrassing us. No, I said, looking directly at my wife. I'm protecting my family, starting now. This tradition ends with me, I announced to the room. Dad stepped toward me. You ungrateful little... I'm grateful for a lot of things, I cut him off, but not this. My wife stood up and started clapping. Then her parents joined her. Dad stormed out with half my relatives, screaming about disrespect.